Hi everybody, welcome back to 30 Days Until Dawn. I'm John Branningham. We're working on line breaks this week. And I thought today what we'd work on is the long thought in poetry. Now the long thought, what is this? Well, it's when you have a more meditative poem. So you might want to try a meditative poem. You probably don't want something that's like power, power, power. Like this is something that's tearing us apart. Although I have seen that done, I think most effectively in Allen Ginsberg's poems. He'll have a very long line, and it's very, very powerful and full of emotion. Think of America. If you've never read America by Allen Ginsberg, read America by Allen Ginsberg, then read Howl, and then read the Sunflower Sutra. All three of those have the long lines, and use them very effectively. And so what the very long line will do for you is it's a number of things. It allows you to kind of have a ponderous rhythm. Ponderous, I guess, has too many negative connotations. Contemplative sort of thing. It allows you to say things, a lot of important things in packing into a line, and you get this sort of feeling that a lot is going on in the poet's brain, and it's hard to take in sometimes. Now the danger of this is, if you compose in the long line, there's often a lot left open, out there, wasted, right? And it's very, very easy to be wordy and to have empty images in this. So it's sometimes better to figure out the long line afterwards, right? Put it in after you've written your poem. In fact, it's very good revision technique to make all of your poems short lines, and then do whatever you're going to do. So what is the method here? Okay, so we're looking for every line. I told you on the 6th of January the 7th of January, to put it into these little chunks. Each line is its own idea. Let's think about phrases, clauses, whatever, 2 or 3 of those per line now. So you're going to have a line that's maybe 10 or 12 syllables. I'm not sure, we haven't talked about iambic feet or anapaests or any of that sort of thing yet. I'm not sure that we're going to. So we're not thinking so much in terms of feet. We're thinking in terms of just syllabic length. It'll be sort of the Welsh approach to poetry, right? Which is not to count feet but syllables. And we're thinking maybe 10, maybe 15 syllables per line, and allow yourself to have a lot of big ideas happening through there. Right? And so we're going to see how this affects the poem and how it affects the idea. Right? I'm thinking, especially with Jean, your poetry, which is so full of really powerful and painful imagery, this might be the way to go for you. Right? I'm just thinking out loud here about some of your poems in the hospital, and how incredibly painful those are. Right? And how difficult they are sometimes to deal with. I think having image after image after image of that overwhelming us gets us the idea of what it's like to work in medicine. I haven't known a healthcare worker who hasn't told me about that phenomenon, about how overwhelming it is all the time. And I think that this might help you to get to that place. But we'll see. We'll contrast today's with tomorrow's, and we'll see how it's going. Okay, so that's 30 Days Until Dawn. Please post, maybe not the whole poem, but a section of it, just so we can get a sense of how it's going, and maybe discuss how you're feeling about it. How's it working? Okay, I will see you tomorrow.